Hey guys, welcome back for another video. My name is Meg. You can call me Coach Meg, Megan, whatever you prefer. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So today I am going to be discussing a topic that is very, very common, that I go over with my clients all the time actually. And it's battled with on a weekly basis, but when you guys are going through it, it's a daily basis. So something that I see that is so common is cognitive dissonance. Now, you have heard me discuss this before. If you've been working with me for a while, you've heard me go over this with you guys. So something that happens a lot is, on a daily basis, you're going to just keep going back and forth between positive thoughts, negative thoughts, thoughts of the past, thoughts of the future, thoughts of where you're at right now. And again, what this will do is it will affect your mood and your daily strength on that daily basis. Okay, so like, what do I mean by this? So in the very beginning of all this, I told you guys, we're going to have weekdays and we're going to have strong days. And I remember there was a really good friend of mine actually that was talking to me a long time ago. And he went on to tell me that there was a rough time that he was going through in his life. And he said there's going to be weekdays and there's going to be strong days. And what you want to tell yourself is, on the weekdays, to remember that God will renew your strength, and He will create strength again through Him, even though you're weak at the moment. And you need to keep telling yourself that. So even though at that day you feel super, super weak, you're triggered, that's a whole other topic I go over with my clients, like attachment style, triggers and stuff, to be able to put yourself in perspective. But when you are going through that, you have to be able to tell yourself, okay, there is a strong day coming. So right now I'm triggered by something, and this is where we want to work on identifying our triggers, identifying certain things, so then that way we can understand ourselves, what makes us tick, all the things. So that all being said, on the strong days, you never want to get carried away, because there will be weekdays again. Okay? And things can be great in your life. Just like I told you yesterday in my life, everything in your life can be going perfect. So you think. And then one phone call, everything can change. One doctor's report, it doesn't matter. One conversation, one action, one reaction can just change everything. Way more than that, but this is just an idea. And what we need to tell ourselves is on the strong days, there will be weekdays again. There was actually a sermon that I loved with Jensen Franklin. It's The Willows and the Palms. If you get a chance, listen to that sermon. I listened to that back in 2015, I believe it was. Really good. The Willows and the Palms. It's about that, like about good times and bad times throughout your life seasons. Anyways, cognitive dissonance though, that's kind of what's going to happen. You're going to have days where you're like triggered, and all these paralyzing feelings are just like paralyzing you in the mind. The mind is very fragile. This is why people that say like, oh my gosh, like I could never do drugs, I could never drink, all these different things. What people don't understand is the mind is very fragile. So literally the mind can be a prison cell. This is why I love Joyce Meyer's sermons on Battlefield of the Mind, because she talks about the mind. Your mind is in bondage, most of you. And what you don't understand is on a daily basis, the enemy's going to use the mind. He's going to plant things in the head. He's going to use techniques because he's studied you for years. He has studied you in a way to where he knows what works. He knows what triggers you. He knows. So all he has to do is use that. And what it's going to do is it's going to set you up to completely, a whole day, a couple days, be dysregulated. And your mind is just hyper focused on A, B, and C. And you can't get out of that and come down from that. And then there'll be days where maybe you feel more strengthened because maybe there were some positive interactions with people. Maybe you met new friends. Maybe you had an encounter with your spouse. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe you're looking good. Whatever it is, but we need to know. Just like the positive times in your life. A lot of people, maybe like they're on this journey of looking good, feeling good, right? And then basically what happens when they start to age? What happens if maybe they get pregnant and they put on the baby weight again? So in other words, we have to be content in all things, like Paul says. So again, we need to be able to learn to be content in the good and the bad. So no matter what the mind's telling us, cognitive dissonance, familiarity and newness, good, bad, unknown, whatever's going on in our life, we're always going to be neutral and the same. So I hope this kind of helped you guys. If you would like to work with me, I am a life coach. I help people evolve in every area of their life. We work on so many things, relationships. We work on evolving in your finances, evolving in conflict resolution in relationships of all kind, attachment style, bettering your life with God and your prayer life and hearing from God. There's so much, healing soul wounds. It's endless, guys. Okay, I use the logic mixed with the Christianity and relatability of all kinds. In other words, we are here to evolve. So if you would like to work with me, you can reach out through email, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. I repeat, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I love you all so, so much. I will see you guys in my next video. And if you would like to come to the Facebook groups, Redeeming the Broken and Dead Marriages Redeemed. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.